Welcome back, people, to Bun and Cheese Reviews. Here is a new week on the topic of football, and not just any ordinary football. This is the World Cup. Now, who are you if you don't know what the World Cup is? I don't know, the biggest sporting event in the world, easily. Everybody and their grandmas get in on the World Cup when it's time to come every 4 years round. Obviously, the time that you're seeing this is 2021. We do have a World Cup next year. Unfortunately, it's going to be in Qatar, which is in the winter. So I don't really know how that's going to end up. But it's a World Cup nonetheless, and I will be watching, I will be tuning in. And it's most likely going to be Messi and Ronaldo's last ever World Cup before they retire. So we will see if either of them can get a World Cup title before they retire. Anyway, this is a list of my top 5 most memorable World Cup goals. And obviously, I'm only 26, so I won't be having any from before 2002, because that's the earliest World Cup I remember. Well, saying that, I remember little bits and pieces of the 98 World Cup. Little bits and pieces, not too many. But 2002 is the earliest fresh memory I've got. So keep that in mind, basically. So let's stop all the talking, as I usually say, and get straight into the list. Number 5, Van Bronckhorst long range shot 2010 World Cup. Van Bronckhorst was a player that already had a solid career by the time his moment happened in this World Cup, winning the league titles with Rangers, Arsenal and Barcelona, and even a Champions League with the latter team. I can't lie, I don't really remember noticing play when I watched games of those teams he played for, but like I say on my FIFA series, plug intended, that isn't always a bad thing. The Dutch started his career as a midfielder, eventually moving to left back. He was selected for the final tournament of his career, the World Cup of 2010, and was given the captain's armband. It was the semi-finals against Uruguay. This is the first but not the last time I will mention them, trust me, where he produced a moment of magic that was so unexpected. I remember watching the game and seeing him take the shot and just thinking, man, what is this guy doing? That ain't going nowhere. And in slow motion, I started thinking, oh, damn, this is looking a little close. And then I was like, damn! It actually went in, and it didn't just go in, it went all up in the top corner. You know what I mean? It was one of those shots that made the goalkeeper look stupid for diving for it. It was one of them. If there's any way to finish off your career, it was with this goal, and preferably the trophy, but they lost in the final to Spain, unfortunately. Number 4, James Rodriguez outside of the box volley 2014. James Rodriguez wasn't very well known before the 2014 World Cup, despite him coming off the back of an impressive debut season at Monaco, scoring 9 goals and assisting 12 in 34 appearances. I myself only knew of him because of scouting him on FIFA for one of my many overpowered teams back in the day, when FIFA was actually good. Regardless, he went to the 2014 World Cup with Colombia as one of their youngest players at the age of 22, and was still somebody that they were relying on, partly because of the injury of world-class striker Falcao at the time, stopping him from making the tournament. He already scored 3 goals for his country before the Uruguay game. Didn't I tell you it wasn't the last time I was going to mention Uruguay? And then that game came around where he scored 2 on the night, but it was his first that warrants its place on this list. With the ball being headed down towards him from 40 yards out, or roundabout, he took it on his chest, swiveled round and hit it sweetly with the ball going in off the underside of the crossbar, not giving the goalkeeper a chance in hell to get there. This goal not only secured Colombia's progression to the next round of the tournament, but it also won the Puskas Award for the best goal of the tournament with over 4 million votes. I love the goal, don't get me wrong, but personally I feel like another goal on this list was hard done by this one. Number 3, Robin van Persie's Swan header 2014. An Arsenal legend, as much as it hurts to say considering how his career ended there. So let's rephrase that sentence to an Arsenal and Man United legend. No, it hurts still, and just as much actually. In 2014, he was coming off his second season at Man United, scoring 12 in 21 in the league and 4 in 6 in the Champions League. A decent season for sure, but not one that blows you away as he's done before. So when he entered the 2014 World Cup, I don't think I was expecting as much as a dominant display as he gave, scoring 4 goals in the tournament. His first of the night against Spain was the most iconic, but I missed it live because let's just say I was otherwise occupied. When I got back in the room, I saw the replay and I was saying, damn, did I really just see that? Just before the ball gets whipped in from the halfway line, I might add, Van Persie makes sure he stays onside, and just as it's dropping at the edge of the box, he instinctively swan dives for it and it loops over Casillas with ease, and it wasn't a goal that I can remember seeing before. Neither has it been one that I've seen since. But it truly warranted the Puskas vote for the best goal of the tournament and the name of the Flying Dutchman. To do that in the World Cup is just something else completely, entirely. Number 2, Ronaldinho's free kick chip, 2002. Ronaldinho himself has been a legend for as long as I can remember. I remember being back in primary school and everybody wanting to take people on because of watching him using skill moves to the fullest. And I will go back to primary school at the end of this script, just you wait. He was embarrassing defenders long before Neymar's sister was a tinkle in Neymar's dad's eye. Coming off the back of a decent debut with PSG, bagging 9 goals and 8 assists in 28 matches, he went to the World Cup with a star-studded Brazil team. And when I say star-studded, I mean it. This was unfair. This team was insane. He helped the team beat Turkey, China, Costa Rica and Belgium, scoring once across these matches. Can't really fault him for the only 1 goal up until this point, when Ronaldo and Rivaldo took centre stage. It wasn't until the quarter-finals with England where he truly showed his class. At the game tied 1-1, Brazil was given a free kick that was way out of range for a shot, but this didn't stop Ronaldinho taking it, spotting David Seaman off his line, chipping him from a dead ball 45 yards situation. Even now that sounds ridiculous. And before anyone says, I do think he meant it, because he was just, if you rewatch the video, he was looking at the corner of the goal consistently and that's all he was looking at. This goal won Brazil the tie and they easily went on to beat Turkey again and Germany respectively to claim the trophy. One thing I must add is that I watched this game against England at primary school. For some odd reason, I don't know. And there were some tears of classmates because of it, which I suppose is part of the reason why it's so memorable to me. Number 1, Tim Cahill inside the box volley, 2014. Tim Cahill has always been a solid player, able to play in both midfield and up front. I remember him most when he was at Everton. He's easily a legend at that club, turning around decent stats for them nearly every season he was there. But I could never imagine I'd witness a goal like his at the 2014 World Cup. Before the Netherlands game, he already scored in the loss against Chile, which, may I add, was one of the most underrated games of the tournament. I remember staying up at a stupid time just to watch it and I enjoyed it. But it was his game against the Netherlands that he produced a screamer. With his team behind 1-0 already to a robbing goal, he fired back immediately when his teammate put a cross into the box and he hit it with pure power with his weaker foot for it to crash in on the underside of the crossbar. I was actually on the phone to one of my friends as I was watching this game and I always remember hearing him scream because of it. Thankfully, my TV was slightly behind his and as soon as I looked up, I saw it flying off the crossbar. Because I believe this was technically the hardest goal to score, I think it deserved to win the Puskas goal of the tournament for that alone, even though obviously James Rodriguez was outside the box and his was in. Also, it's a shame that Cahill didn't manage to score in the 2018 World Cup, because if he did, he would have been one of only 4 players to score in 4 different World Cups. So that is my list of my top 5 most memorable World Cup goals. And maybe I'll do it again in another 20 years from now when there's another 4 World Cups, I don't know. But I definitely remember most of these. I remember all of these, that's for sure. These were banging goals. How could I forget them? But I will catch you next week, for the last week of football being the topic. So, till then.